Welcome back to the Everyday Faith Podcast from Eastside with today's faith-rooted principle. Hey there, welcome back. I'm Isaac Johnson. Today is May the 6th. I hope that you have a great Wednesday today. Our principle for today is this: even if you do not understand why and how God is working, you can always count on Him to be just and do right, even when we can't see the end. Genesis 50 and verse number 20, speaking of Joseph, the Bible says, he's speaking about his brothers. He says, "But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive." When you think about the life of Joseph, and you kind of walk your way through his life and the circumstances that came to be where he said these words, "You thought it for evil, but God meant it for good." Joseph, I'm sure, didn't understand why his brothers sold him into slavery. It was probably a difficult thing. And his brothers sold him into slavery, and of course, he ended up in Potiphar's house, and he was falsely accused by Potiphar's wife, and then he was thrown into prison, and he was forgot in prison by those that he had helped. And all of those circumstances, those things that we look at and we're like, man, what in the world was God doing in the life of Joseph? God was working out all the little details to use Joseph in a huge way. All of those circumstances, God was at work. And at the end, he placed Joseph exactly where he intended for Joseph to be. And it's God's nature to do what is right. And every part of our life will work according to His purpose and according to His plan if we'll let Him. God's going to use circumstances to bring us to be more like Him. You know, most of us have experienced situations where we don't think the outcome worked out right, or maybe we didn't deserve that, or why in the world is this the situation? Why was this family killed by the drunk driver, and the drunk driver is living? Certain circumstances that make no sense whatsoever, but in the end, God uses those for His glory and for His purpose. God always does right. And so here's the principle for today again. Even if you don't understand why and how God is working, you can always count on Him to be just and to do what is right. Thanks for joining us for today's Rooted Principle right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast. If today's conversation has encouraged you, be sure to share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast.